Scott Gladstone here with head women's golf coach at St. Martin's University and Bahr. Coach, it's been a crazy spring. Lots of wild weather. You've had to deal with a lot as a coach on and off the golf course. As you approach GNACs, what has been your impression of kind of this spring season? What do you think your team has learned the most from it?
Yeah, we got off to a tough start at CSU East Base tournament. We were supposed to play 54 holes. We only ended up playing about 20 because of rain, torrential downpours, but was really impressed with their grit. It was not an easy situation to be in, and so even though we only played about 20 holes, only got a full 18 in, I was still really impressed with how they handled that week, and was excited moving forward. I feel like overall it's been a great spring. I think we've learned a lot. We've put ourselves in great positions. The key will be putting two solid rounds together, which is always the most challenging part for college golf, as we all know.
You've had an incredible kind of freshman class kind of splash onto the scene. Obviously, Kelsey right away did really good at the Bishop Invitational here in Lacey, South Sound area. And Ashley Bruland has come on in the spring and really surged as well. What can you say about, those two freshmen, younger players on this team, how they've stepped up?
Yeah, I'm just so proud. I was very excited coming into this year, being a first-year head coach with such a solid – we have 4 freshmen this year, so being able to build kind of a team around them moving forward. Super proud of both of them. Really, all 4 of them, honestly, have just exceeded my expectations. But Ashley and Kelsey in particular, I knew Kelsey was a heavy hitter coming out of Hawaii. Was so fortunate to have her sign her, and super proud of how she started and kind of kept the pedal down. Was talking to her the other day about kind of GNACs and prepping, and I think we're all just really excited to get there and get going. Ashley has been kind of more of a late bloomer this spring, but not really. I mean, I always knew what she was capable of, and so for her to finally kind of start seeing those results has been incredibly gratifying for me, knowing how hard she's been working, and then hopefully peaking at the right time.
Now let's flip the other page to the seniors. Obviously a really impressive senior crew, and kind of headlined by Catherine Crimp, who won GNACs 2 years ago. She just was awarded by the St. Martin's coaches the Father G Award for being an outstanding student athlete. She's all academic with a 4.0 GPA. To have her leadership and the rest of the senior leadership on this squad, how important is that to you, especially as a first-year head coach?
Oh, man, so important. Fortunately, I've been with them through their entire time at St. Martin's as their assistant coach and then now as their head coach. But just I've relied on them a lot this year, all 3 of them. Catherine swore in the fall especially, and then Catherine Crimp and Jada French in the spring. And just tremendously blessed to have had them on my team these last 4, even 5 years for Kat, and just so grateful for all the work that they've put in the classroom, on the golf course, on planes, in airports, you name it. So I've really seen tremendous success from both Catherine and Jada this spring, so hoping we can put their knowledge to use here as we head to Coeur d'Alene. They know the course the best out of all 5 of our traveling teams. So just really been grateful for their leadership, kind of showing our underclassmen the way, and letting the changes happen that brought in this year with me as the new head coach, and supporting me and, helping me along the way.
Golf's such a tricky sport to coach because you can't be at all 18 holes at once. And so having just a senior crew that knows the course, that is able to, kind of help acclimate these freshmen and the younger golfers to what it's like at college golf and just kind of the pace and everything like that. How do you balance that as a coach? How much do you kind of allow for your seniors to be able to be veterans and lead?
Oh, absolutely. Like especially this spring, being at events we've been at before, knowing the courses. We'll be going up to practice rounds, and I'll hear the seniors kind of talking about certain holes or specific things that, hey, you need to be careful of. And absolutely, I welcome that all the way. They know it. They've played it more than me. I just coach out there, you know. But so just really grateful how they've really kind of stepped up, especially in Oakland at CSU East Bay. I mean, for a practice round, it got rained out. So we met up as a team, kind of went through the course visually, and those seniors really helped out by saying, hey, these holes you need to be, wary of these certain things and all that good stuff. So I've already heard some talk at the Coeur d'Alene Resort course of them saying specific holes that are important to kind of know certain things. But just grateful. It's been awesome to have the balance of our seniors that have this great leadership and all this knowledge, being able to help all of 5 of my underclassmen, really. Yeah.
And finally, you are approaching the GNACs. And when you look at the conference tournament, how do you measure success? Obviously, first thing you want to do is win, but there's a lot of different ways to kind of go about, the steps towards winning. So how do you measure success? What do you tell the team going into a conference tournament, especially because there are a lot of players that are experiencing it for the first time?
Yeah, absolutely. The cool thing about golf, we have the individual component and the team component, and team component has been really big for me first and foremost all year long. So I think a big thing is really trying to emphasize, like I said earlier, get 2 rounds in that are consistent. It's the hardest thing to do in golf. You can start strong and then struggle day 2. You can struggle day 1 and finish really strong. And so I'm hopeful that, all of our experience this spring, we can piece together 2 really solid rounds. But beyond that, individual success and helping players get collegiate lows, whatever it might be for those that have played Coeur d'Alene before, trying to decrease their scores from last year. And really, I just tell them my coaching style is staying patient and taking every shot as it comes, because as long as they can accomplish those 2 goals, they'd be shocked at how low their scores are going to go.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in Coeur d'Alene, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.